Welcome to ThinkInCode, and today we are going to do Smart Admission System project to complete our if-else project. So this is for the if-else section, and we are going to make a smart admission system. So let's start with print smart admission system, and then we can take some input. For example, name equals to input, enter your name. Then is equals to input, enter your is, and let's make this an int. Next would be GPA. Let's get their GPA. Let's take GPA as a float. Yes. And then we can check the score equals to input, enter your score, and score should be int. We will say enter your entrance exam score. Now finally, recommendation equals to input, recommendation letter, question mark, and that bracket y plus n, and then we're gonna do this, and we are gonna do dot lower. This will turn any kind of output they give into a lowercase. We will learn about that more when we are studying about strings in detail. International, let's check if they are input, international letter, no, international student. So if we do this, and now print and evaluating the application dot, and then another new line. Now what we can do is start with step 1, that would be checking basic eligibility. Let's check if the GPA is less than 2.0, then print rejected, GPA is too low. If not, else if GPA is more than that, we'll start our step 2, that would be admission criteria category. Okay, so admission category, what would the admission category be? If the intern score is equals to or greater than 85 and GPA is greater or equals to 3.5, then print you are gonna be a scholarship candidate. Else, what we can do is step 3. Let's do another nested loop. Step 3 would be advanced check. What would this help us? If recommendation letter equals to y, then that is if GPA is greater or equals to 3.8, then we'll get him a print, a full scholarship and an honors program. But else, if they don't have a GPA greater to 3.8, then what we can do is just give them a scholarship approved. And now else, if they don't have a recommendation letter at all, what we can do is print scholarship requires recommendation letter, print. But since you have a score of 85 and 3.5, we are going to give you a regular admission. Now if you don't have anything at all, you don't have the score of 85 or anything at all, let's see if what do you have. If score is greater or equals to 70 and GPA is greater or equals to 3.0, we will still give you regular admission. Now if you don't have anything at all, like none of the score, not 70 or 3.0 either, else what we can do is print we am giving you a conditional admission, but you need to have the foundational here required. So you need to have a foundational course before you get enrolled in the actual program. Now that's how we make a smart admission system using only nested loops. So if we run this, and we'll make it bigger and enter your name. So let's say John, your age is 23, your GPA would be 3.75, your entrance score would be 75, no actually 65, recommendation letter yes, but international student yes. So we got conditional admission at foundation Y, but we have a 3.75 GPA. As you can see, 3.5, we are already in this scholarship candidate. No, because our score is 65 and the score here is 85. So that's why we couldn't be a scholarship candidate. So if not that, then I'll print 70. Oh, we still have less than 70, 75, 65. That's why we got conditional admission. Now let's run it again. This time let's say Alice. Alice is a very bright student, 22. Her GPA is 3.68. Now, her entrance score was 92. She was feeling really lucky that day. Does she have a recommendation letter? No, unfortunately, she did not get a recommendation letter. Is she an international student? Yes. So now let's looking at Alice. Alice has a score of 92, so she passes this, and she has a greatest score of 3.68, so she gets a scholarship candidate. If recommendation letter, does she have a recommendation letter? No, so she can't get a full scholarship or honors program, or her scholarship can be approved. That's why she got scholarship requires a recommendation letter, regular admission. So that's how the whole system works. So what if we go get Kate? He or she is a very bad student, so she got a GPA of 1.8 and an entrance score of fortunately 65. Does she has? No. Is she an international student? Yes. The GPA is too low. See, we did not have to go through all this because it was rejected in the first place because the GPA was too low. So that is basically the use of nested conditional statements. So I hope you guys are practicing the practice questions I provided in the last video. I sure hope you are, and I hope you learned something. If you want me to change anything, comment down below and subscribe. And next we'll be starting with a new section on loop, and we'll talk about loop and how they work. Bye bye for today. Keep coding. Happy coding.